Hello, everyone. I hope that you're all having a wonderful day. Today, I am not in my normal environment, so it's definitely weird recording voiceover. That's also why I didn't do the gameplay. Like, I don't know. I felt like it'd be awkward hunched over the computer for 44 minutes, which is what I was doing, but I was also watching TV, which was like fantastic. But anyway, I'm gonna shut my mouth and we'll go move on to the speed build. Hi guys. So today I did a seasons build, fully seasons with this obviously. Excuse me, I'm just this yawns a lot, but I did all that. Real exciting. um, I this build was expensive. Seasons has really expensive items, so this was not a starter home. There was no way I could have afforded this as a starter home. I tried, and then it didn't work. So that is unfortunate. Unfortunate on my end, isn't it? So, I kind of, since I was expecting this to be a starter home, I still think I went pretty big on the house for me intending for this to be a starter home. I must have subconsciously knew that I didn't want a starter home. I don't know. I love Seasons. Seasons has some of the best build items in the game. Now, what I am gonna say is this house is over 30,000 simoleons. This is on a 30 by 20 lot, and this is called like Seasons Home Dash 3 bed. I have been trying to put how many bedrooms are up in like that little search bar in the gallery, only because I realized you can't search up how many bedrooms you want by doing the little search in gallery. I always just look up 3 bed in the top bar, but I didn't realize that me putting a 3 bed in that small section didn't mean that you couldn't find a 3 bed house. So there is that. Sorry that this is a speed build. Again, I was watching a TV show, so kind of, obviously I don't want to get copyrighted for any music that they have, you know, background, whatever. So that it is what it is. So this build is actually going to be rather short today. Um, Again, I'm so sorry that it's a speed build. It's only times 2 though. Like this build I think took me 40 minutes in total. So there is that. Um, I do want to do another version of this where like it's a multi-story seasons build. I don't know how that'll work, but that's at least what I have in my mind. Not sure if I'll ever fall through with that, but who knows. Maybe I will. I don't know if it sounds like a good idea, so we'll see. Um, Again, this is one of the pre-recorded videos. The day that this would come out is the 25th, I believe. So I think that's Thursday. So happy Thursday or whatever day you're watching this. Hello, hello. Trying to think about days. By the time that you guys watch this, I would have taken my math exam. So I guess wish me past luck, right? Oh goodness. I just realized I did all that with my hair up. So I love the Seasons bed, this puffy bed, kind of gives off quilt vibes, but I also love, love, love the canopied bed. And I wish I changed what rooms were where because that canopy bed would have been so good in front of that first window. Also, I didn't elevate this house because, I intended it to be, not what it is. I intended it to be a starter home, and it didn't work out like that. So, it is what it is. Say okay. This front entranceway, I'm so glad that I'm starting to make front entrances tiny because I strongly dislike any massive front entrance area. It's not my forte, not my vibe. But also I feel like this floor layout was horrendous. I think I have a lot of ideas of what I want to do, but I don't know when I'll get to them. Like I have over um I think 20 video ideas written down on a piece of paper, but I always just go back to these traditional builds. And a lot of them are like build challenges, but also a lot of people are posting build challenges right now. Excuse me. And I don't want to feel like that I'm hopping on a trend, which really sucks because I had those build challenges ideas like 2 months ago. Obviously, I didn't come up with them, but I also don't want people to be like, oh my gosh, she's copying XYZ, like yada yada yada. And I know if I upload, it's not going to be this big scandal, you know. But who knows? Maybe 10 years down the line, I have like 100,000 subscribers or something like that, and people start dissecting timelines. I don't know. You guys know how the internet is. They're wild. Nothing against the internet, but oh my goodness. Like people when they dislike you, they dig. They dig. And that is a fear. That is a valid fear. So, anyway, this house I felt was very cozy on the outside, very cute. Like it was so adorable. Um, What else? Oh, I did put a toddler room. I completely forgot that I put a toddler room, and I literally just finished building this. So there's a toddler room, two adult rooms, or a teenage room, if you so please, and only one bathroom with no bathtub. I was not thinking when I built this. I was distracted by the TV, and I will continue to be distracted by the TV for probably however long it is. Also, I don't know if I brought up that I'm in a new environment or not. I've done this recording once already, so I don't remember. But basically, I'm in a new environment. Hello! Hope that this doesn't throw too many people off. I will not be recording down here very often at all. This is my family's house. They're just not at the house at the moment, so kind of taking advantage. I like being downstairs. I like watching TV. If I can build, be on TV. I just didn't want to bring my computer all the way back upstairs to a voice recording and then come back to do another speed build because I just can't. Have you guys watched Young Sheldon? Oh my goodness. I am getting so now that I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, cool. I'm in the first season right now, so please don't spoil anything. I have actually been spoiled a lot on TikTok. But also there's people who maybe haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's really funny and it's really, really adorable. I think um a lot of people would enjoy this show in general. Um I picked these big windows and these skinny windows. I kind of wanted like taller windows, but I didn't get to that. I don't know why I did pick those. I genuinely have no clue why I didn't pick those. Um I love a lot of the curtains that I used, and they're so cute. I'm so glad that I've been using curtains a lot more, but my favorite curtains, I think they're in Island Living. My favorite curtain is in Island Living where they're kind of like clamped in the middle and they go down like this because it looks right even if you do like these three slotted windows or even if you do these single panel windows. They look perfect. But I just didn't do that because I was trying to stick to a limited pack build and that's just how it went. Also, I'm not sure if anyone else likes this, but I like putting my dining room in the kitchen. I grew up in a house where the dining room was connected to the kitchen, and either that, I've grown up in a lot of different houses where the dining room was in the kitchen, right next to the kitchen, right outside the kitchen limits, technically. I've lived in all sorts of houses my whole life. Just is how it is. Also, there's about to be a cut that comes up. That is because I popped down on my screen and my wallpaper is of a bunch of people in my personal lives, and I'm not sure if they want their photos posted out like public on YouTube. So I usually make cuts like that. just in case people don't want their faces. I really should just change my home screen just in case. But I love my home screen. When I made it, I think I spent over 2 to 3 hours making my home screen. Also, I made it on Canva. I love Canva. Canva. I would use Canva for everything if I could. And that's just how it is. Absolutely adore it. One moment, guys. Alright, guys, I am back. I completely lost my train of thought of what I was talking about. But anyway, oh yeah, Canva. I love Canva. Everything about Canva. I use Canva for some of my thumbnails. Usually the ones with my faces in it, I've used Canva. I don't know. I think it's a fantastic software, especially for it being free. I also use Canva a lot for school. I never thought that I would say that. I have used Canva in the semester for school more than I have my entire life. I did used to use Google Docs like I use Canva though. So there's oh, I like snotted back up and I hate allergies. They're horrendous. Um anyway, I don't know. This build was so I love it. Backyard wasn't my favorite, so sorry about that, guys. Also, again, I'm so sorry that this video is so short. I actually was gonna cut out a lot of pieces in this video, but then when I saw that I put everything in 2 times speed, I was like, oh, we are not going to do that. Never mind. Because it was like 44 minutes, and then I was doing the math in my head, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't think that that's right. No, I was right. Um, it's crazy short for one of my videos. I usually record longer videos. It's just, I don't know, it's what I do. I will be doing a build in real time. Hopefully, when you guys see this video either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I understand that I've been doing a lot of speed builds because I record at night. And then I'll either do a voiceover in the morning, or I'll do it later. If I'm building at night, I need to fully focus on the build, or else the entire time I will sit on camera and I just can't do that. So, or at least I try not to. But not everything goes as planned. So, anyway, this house is so gorgeous. I love everything about it. These curtains. Well, I shouldn't say those curtains that I just touched. I did use those curtains somewhere. I don't remember where. But they're not my favorite, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, they're good if I'm using massive one-panel windows, like those big ones that's in base game. But other than that, I feel like I don't know. Like, they're missing something. I'm not sure what it is. Like, maybe it's texture? Maybe like lack thereof. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but something in my mind just I don't like them. Anyway, so I put down just decorations. I was trying to figure it out. Anything really to add environment to this house. I don't think I have a lot of skill building items in this house now I'm thinking about it. So whoopsie. Um, this build. I love the toddler's room. I think it was my favorite. I want to start doing like I want to do builds where it's just a room where I have to focus on one room and then upload it. But I have no clue how to upload rooms on the gallery. And I've tried Googling it and it's not clicking for me. I'm not sure if there's like a really good YouTube video or something. I haven't looked on YouTube yet. So there's that. Um excuse me. Because usually, I feel like when people show me a YouTube video, they over explain it, or they take forever to get to the point. So then I'm sitting there like, "Ugh." I don't know, maybe there's like a really good TikTok on it. Oh my gosh, I haven't even thought about TikTok. TikTok, you have to be short and sweet with it. Although, I did notice the other day, I was on TikTok, I was watching this video, and I was like, this video's lasting a really, really long time. It was a 10-minute video. The clock app, I did not expect would have 10-minute videos. Also, I'm so mad that this bookshelf is too tall for average height walls. I was fully debating making them all medium walls just for this because I was, ugh, I was so bad. Do you guys like the hangout? I play with my hair a lot at night. Don't know why. I don't know why. I don't care to know why either, though. This bookshelf, this bookshelf isn't my favorite. I think it's cute. I like the idea of it, but then I can never place anything underneath it that makes sense. I think it's good for a tiny home. I think it's good for a tiny home. I will say that. But I don't know what it is. There's something about it that bugs me. Carpets everywhere. Carpets, runners, this, that, the other. Also, this kitchen is really, really small for how massive the room is itself. So, whoopsie. Also, I did a side door to the outdoors, so there is that. It was kind of a little wonky, but it's whatever. It it is not whatever, but it's not my favorite. But I realized after I'd already finished everything, I don't have a way to go outside, and I was like, oh gosh. So I was trying to look around and was like, well, I guess behind this chair is gonna have to work because that's our only option unless I completely rearrange the kitchen, which I think I would have pulled my hair out if I redid that entire kitchen. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I would have. I don't know what you think. The kitchen's not even that complicated. It's about moving all that stuff. It makes me so mad. Also, I don't believe at this point in time I had moving objects on. So there's that to take into consideration because I could just like swipe a table and move it somewhere and place it wherever. But then if I don't have moving objects on, I gotta move it all the way outside. And sometimes that is the last thing I want to do. It's just I'm so picky and I have no reason to be picky either. I just am. Oh well though. This house is so adorable. I do pick a lot of blues. To be fair, it is like a beautiful color. It is. And in The Sims, they make sure that their blues match. Like, all of their blues match. And it's so, well, I shouldn't say all of them. A good chunk of their blues match. And they correspond well together. They work so nicely together. But yeah, there is some long pauses in this build because I would stare at the TV and I'd go, I'd like zone for a second. Whoopsie though. It's these curtains that I was talking about. They're not my favorite. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know. Maybe it's like that top ruffle thing. I don't know. I have no clue. I couldn't tell you if I wanted to try. But anyway, this build was adorable. I absolutely loved it. The outdoor area, which is what we are about to start working on, was definitely a little bit different because I couldn't do a patio space in a traditional sense because I had this weird, like, super skinny walkway that terribly annoyed me. It really did. So if you do use this house, I apologize. Um, it is not cute. Also, again, the name of this build is. Ooh, what is the name of this build? It's Seasons House Dash 3 Bed. I just like to put that in again towards the end of the video, just because, and I will say it again one more time at the outro. I just, if for some reason maybe watching the speed build's the thing that convinces you, I don't know. It just works out. Um, I picked a lot of the stuff that you don't typically get in base games, such as the kiddie pool, the sand bucket, the swings. It's kind of upsetting that there isn't swings in base game, but whenever The Sims adds a function that someone had to pay for, people do get upset. And I totally get it. Imagine buying something and then it become free. I mean the game at one point in time was made to be paid for, but it has been like what? I think that they made it free a couple years ago. Maybe it was this year. I don't remember. I had already purchased it, so, but The Sims used to cost a hefty penny, like $40 if I'm correct. Maybe it wasn't 40, maybe it was 20. I cannot remember. I wasn't the one who bought it, my older brother bought it. But, I mean, it does get upsetty spaghetti when it feels like that The Sims are, any game franchise honestly, is reusing something that someone else has paid for already. Um, I don't know, but there's also only so many things that you can add to a game that's also realistic that you haven't used before. At least that's my mindset. Just because, although we have so much stuff in the world, imagine trying to add that to a game and then also making the animations functional. Like, I don't know. I'm not a game dev though, so I have no clue. I'm sure they can make anything possible if they also please. But okay. I don't know. I do love that they added hot tubs. I'm sorry. I think that they're so cool. I love the hot tub. If I'm correct, there was drama around that. I wasn't even in the Sims community like how I am now during that time. I think by that time I had started playing The Sims. Or, goodness, it's been a bit. It has been a bit since I've been a part of The Sims. I think like what, 4 or 5 years? Oh, how old am I? See, I sit here and I wonder these things all the time, like, oh, how old am I? Anyway, I'm gonna go on to my outro, guys. See you in a second. Hello, guys. I hope that you all loved this video. I am so sorry for the loud audio. I didn't realize like how echoey it is down here until it's midnight basically, and it's not midnight. I'm being overdramatic. Until it's nighttime though, and I'm sitting here talking to myself. So that is interesting that it is how it is. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me today. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, or maybe you just want to support me. Again, do that. I post every single day, or at least I try to. I am a college student, full-time college student right now, and I'm actually working on a second degree at the moment, or licensing. I'm not exactly sure what it's technically called, but I'm working on a licensing, that's what I'll say. So, it's a lot right now, but we're going through it, and all my work's eventually gonna pay off somewhere. So anyway, I hope that you guys will continue watching these videos, and thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I will not be in this area again upcoming, I promise.